Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, welcome back to Mood Scale Adventure. It's been a little bit since my last video, and well, life happens sometimes, right? Yep, and that's something I want to talk about and go over today. So, one of the things that happened was I had some mechanical issues. The Warhog was down for a little bit, so I wanted to go over what happened and where we're at today. All right, let's get into it. Hey, real quick, want to mention before we really dive right into this, Moose Scale Adventure merch. All right, we've got shirts, we've got hoodies, we've got stickers, all of it at shopoverlandapparel.com. All right, so if you've ever wanted to support the channel, or you know, I don't know, I dig it. If you dig it, head on over to shopoverlandapparel.com, buy you a shirt. All right, we appreciate it. All right, so let's just dive right into the story. Okay, so you might have seen a YouTube short that I put out. It's been a few months ago. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, gotta take the Warhog into the shop today. Let me show you what's going on here. So I started noticing a little ticking noise from the old Warhog here. I don't know if you can hear that very well. Yeah. So I'm gonna take it in. Gonna let them check it out. What was happening is I started getting a ticking from the engine, and started kind of looking around to see what it might be. And really, what I was finding was that these 3.2s, which is what I have, they have a tendency to have lifters or rockers kind of bearings go out on them. So that's what I kind of suspected. Now, I wasn't having any loss of power or anything like that. It wasn't even super severe or anything, but I figured I'd go ahead and take care of it. So this was right around the same time that I bought these Cooper Discovers, and I was having those put on. So the shop I went to, it was a shop I hadn't been to before, but it was kind of one of those close to work, so it was going to be easy to use for this one time. They seemed like a pretty solid shop, so I went ahead and said, "Hey, I'm getting this ticking. Could you guys look into that?" And the problem, there's a lot more to the story, not with them, but kind of stuff that was going on in our lives, and I won't get into that. But I didn't have time to really diagnose it and really get into it at the time, so I was just gonna have the shop go ahead and take care of it. So they end up going ahead and they break into the engine and take a look at my camshaft, and and just really inspect it, right? So they end up giving me a call and telling me, "Hey, can you come in and take a look? We need to show you something." All right, so when I get in there, they're saying, "Oh, look in here. Look at all the metal shavings or something like that that's in your engine." So at the time, I was trying to head to the hospital, and I wasn't thinking like, "Yeah, yeah, I see. Yeah, what do we need to do?" Like, "Oh, you're gonna need a new engine." So I went from I've got a tick in my engine, thinking, "Oh, we're gonna, few $100, $1,000, something like that." To they're saying, "Oh, you're probably looking at about $8,000. We're gonna have to replace this engine." So, like most people, I was thinking, "What? How did we get to this point?" So luckily, I kind of got my wits about me about this time and was like, "No, this is ridiculous. There's no way there's that much damage in it." So I told him, "Look, I'm just taking it. I'm taking the Jeep. I'm gonna go look at it myself, and I'm not putting a new engine in this thing." So I get hauled off to my brother-in-law's shop so we can take a look at it, diagnose a little bit further. And really what we find is the camshaft on this lobe right here is worn. Okay? You see the groove? So we had a worn camshaft lobe there. So you knew it had to be a rocker, right? It had to be one of those rockers. The bearings had gone out on one of the rockers. This isn't a brand new engine type of a fix here. I don't know why. Let's just say I'm not going back to that shop again. But it's not a I got to have a brand new engine. It's a I need to replace a rocker, right, and a camshaft. So I'm not doing a whole video on how to how to repair this, how to fix this. Because it's, well, a couple of reasons. One, it's a little too in depth for, I'll just say not everybody should try it. It's not a try it at home necessarily thing. And one of the big reasons is because of the timing chain and I, getting everything taken apart and put back together properly. I wouldn't want to be responsible for, somebody watching that video and doing it wrong. So I didn't film a whole DIY on fixing this issue. I wanted to bring it to everybody's attention because, like I said, that shop was trying to sell me a whole new engine instead of fixing the problem. And the second reason, well, I was in a bit of a time crunch. Needed I needed my Jeep back, you know. This is my daily driver. I needed it back. So when you're filming something like that, easily doubles the amount of time it takes you to do whatever project you're doing. But I wanted to show you what we fixed and give you an idea of price. All right, so like I say, this is the old camshaft. Kind of showed you that lobe that was worn down. Bought a new one for $220. Okay, that was for the camshaft. Then here, that's the rockers. All right, so this was the issue. See the little roller? See how that thing goes up and down? That bearing that's inside of there is worn out. That should not go up and down. Here's one. We ended up checking all the bearings, and this one just felt a little like it might be getting loose, so we went ahead and changed it. But you'll notice it really doesn't move because that went out. It wore a groove on the camshaft lobe, so the camshaft had to be replaced. So we went ahead and replaced all the gaskets too, because if you're going to go ahead and, if you're broken into it, you got your exhaust manifold, all that, if you got everything taken off, you should change all your gaskets. So all in all, new camshaft, two new rockers, the gaskets, and then, oil change. We're looking at $462. $462. Now, obviously, all the labor was mine and my brother-in-law's, but $462 versus $8,000 for a new engine, or approximately. All right, just be careful out there what shop you go to. Okay, so where does that put Moot Scale Adventure at this time? All right, well, the old Warthog. Let's see, it's been 2 months since we replaced all that. No issues. Sucker's purring like a kitten. I went ahead and did another oil change after about 200 miles. Just go ahead and flush the system, just in case there were any metal shavings in there. I'll probably go ahead and do it again at about 2,000 miles, just to really ensure that everything's good. But purring like a kitten and running great. That's all I asked for. All right, so plans moving forward, because obviously I haven't been putting out much. Nothing. We are going to start getting back out on the trails real soon. I know my boys are chomping at the bit to get out there. They want to camp. They want to get out on the trails. They want to run wild, all that good stuff. So should be getting out on the trails here pretty quick. I need to do a little video on these new Cooper Discover tires that I have. So far, loving these things. Now we got a bunch of other stuff. Got a lot of things coming up. So hopefully we'll get back into a rhythm. That's my plan. I want to start putting out videos on a more consistent basis. All right, that's the hope, that's the plan, and that's what's happened with the old Warhog. She's all fixed up. We're good to go. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.